In the time frame of October 1988 to November 2002, police investigated the disappearances of several people in the small town of Moorfield, Nebraska. The victims are women, children, and a few men. Since Moorfield is quite of a small town, everyone pretty much knew each other. Police would first question the families of the missing victims, but none of them ever had leads. The Scarecrow murderers caused 65% of Moorfield's deaths in this time frame, and it caused 18% of the town's population to vanish. But in September 1999, police arrested the local farmer Joseph Banks. On his farm, they found several bodies hidden throughout it. All the bodies were near unrecognizable, but they were later confirmed to be missing citizens. However, it wasn't all of them. Banks admitted to everything that he was sentenced for life in prison without bail. As Banks was being hauled off to prison for the rest of his life, he uttered something that made the citizens of Moorfield's hearts skip a beat. "Beware the fields. They watch it. They will finish my work." This is where things got strange. People continued to disappear, but the police could not find another culprit. But they noticed something. Through Banks was in prison, more scarecrows were appearing in his field. Police decided to do one last raid on Banks' farm, and what they found was traumatic. The Moorfield police called in the state officials and private investigators. They discovered that within the scarecrows, there were missing victims. Why didn't the police overcheck the fields? The scarecrows smelled of death and rotten flesh. They cleared out approximately 18 scarecrows from the 35 acres of cornfield. However, one of the victims within those scarecrows was still alive barely. The victim was named Harold Barker. He was well known for the town as handyman. He was placed in critical condition for these 3 days before he passed away. Before he died, he confessed that continued Banks' work. No one knows what exactly Banks' work was, but it was not good at all. This all have been able to depicture from the small information that was provided. I will never fully understand why this was kept under social media, but it seemed like something would be a headline news. It almost seems like people wanted to disappear. But why? I ran to show my father the website's article, but when I came back, the website was gone. It said, "Site not found." It was obvious that someone didn't want this getting out, but I can understand why. I'm currently 22 years old and now living on my own. I saved up enough money to go to Nebraska to find Moorfield. No one has ever heard of it, but I'm not giving up. Whatever happened in Moorfield is not the whole story. Something was going on there. Something bigger. These were more than just scarecrow murderers. I don't know what's going on, but I am going to find out. Until then, I'm not trusting another scarecrow.